I got you off guard and shit.
Yeah, boy.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yo, let me check. Yo, what's poppin'? Here we go again with another episode. Shout out to everybody who's been tuning in.
What's up?
What's the vibe? Aquí tengo mi princesa.
Francisa?
La
Okay.
la
Making
prince-
it weird. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I got a little nervous and shit. I'm not gonna lie. But yo, shout out to everybody who's been listening. What's up? You gonna say something?
No, I'm excited. We're back at it
I know.
again.
I know. Obviously, this is a Tuesday, people. We gotta reschedule something. I'm gonna just talk shit off the bat.
Go for it.
Nah, it's all good. You know, we got things going on, positive things. I wouldn't adjust if it's make my girl over here happy and shit. So I'm gonna just do my thing and shit. Yeah, I mean, I ain't doing shit anyways.
I've been so spoiled lately.
I know. Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to I'm trying to outshine, but I'm apparently not getting outshined right now. And
I'm
shit.
done.
Like I'm about to yes, I always bring somebody back from the grave or something like that. But a quick shout out to everybody that's been listening. Yeah, I mean on the consistent Thursday morning. Shout out to everybody. Once again, please give us a shout out on iTunes. Give us a 5-star rating, a little comment. It helps out the podcast. You know what I mean? You'll show us a little love. Shout out to our sponsors, FNX for the pre-workout. Thanks for you. I'm gonna give some also for that some pre-workout right now and wake her ass up.
Dude, yeah.
I know she had a long day. You know what I mean?
Long day at work, y'all.
You know what that's called? A hard-working, independent woman right there.
Mm-hmm.
Say that shit, no cap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like when I saw her, like, oh, she had a long day. That's why
Yeah.
I asked her, like, she was okay, like 80 times and shit.
I know. Don't worry, I'm gonna get my foot massage
Nah,
tomorrow.
by who? Hold up. You didn't tell me to do that shit. Who's over touching your feet? I didn't even get the pleasure too and shit. I'm jealous.
Yeah, I know how I feel about it.
I know. Yeah. I find out. I'm thinking about doing like OnlyFans for like feet and shit for that. So we're about to make some money and shit.
No, the nail salon closed again. I need a fresh pedicure for that.
I'll pay for that shit too. I got people to come to the house and shit.
Hey, okay.
You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out to Golden Palms _ mobile detailing. I was out there, you know what I mean? I was physically out there with Golden Palms mobile detailing, trying to make sure that our sponsors ain't fake and shit, you know what I mean?
Hey.
I washed a couple cars, made a couple bucks, you know what I mean? Shout out to my brothers. We washed a Maserati and a couple Jeep, a couple Hondas, a bike, you know what I mean? We were there all day.
The street.
Yeah, I mean? So
The
it's
hustle.
it's legit. He has a rotation doing it, and then that's it. All right, let's get it in. What's going on, mami? ¿Cómo estás?
Pues ya ves la vida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Te miro medio acá.
Dude, this weekend
yeah.
tested me in so many ways.
Yeah, you got tested?
Yeah.
I saw that Instagram picture, the one you were on the bed.
Yeah.
It was an inspirational quote and shit. Like, trust me. But I was like, can I ask you what was the meaning behind that?
Behind the picture, behind the the caption.
Nah, I'm not trying to see what's behind the picture. No, like, what's the whole point? Like, what was like, what made you post that? I know it's super off the cuff, but like, this is me off the cuff.
So like, I don't know how in depth I want to go with it. Well, basically, like on Friday, Saturday.
Hold on, before we say anything, go to where you want to.
But okay, so y'all can go ahead and like, follow, and share the
on the 7th podcast.
On the 7th podcast page. So it's on the 7 _ podcast.
And also Fresa Rap Box.
And also Fresa _ Rap Box _ you know, go ahead and give me the love.
Yeah.
But I guess I'll post it on the Rap Box as well.
I
haven't posted on the Rap Box. I need to post on there.
That picture was on your personal page?
Yeah, that's on my personal page.
Okay. Yeah,
but y'all can go follow that too. You know, show the love.
Yeah. Love, no DM and shit.
No DMs.
Come on now.
Because I'll expose you.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, like on Saturday, I went and had a nice bike ride around Coronado and stuff.
Okay.
And it was just a good day. A lot of like just chill, good vibes. And I just been reflecting a lot. And like me and you do, you know, we talk about things and we talk about growth and we talk about hustle and we talk about hurt. You know, we also talk about the hurt. We talk about, what pushed us, what made us, what was that little fire that really pushed us through certain things, and what was that little positive thing that really brought us out from the darkness and stuff like that. So I don't know. So like Saturday night, I had just really had a good day, and that night, like I got a phone call from somebody just fucking up my vibe.
Oh, come on, man.
So
Who?
like honestly, like I it was a family member, and it was on
Dude, you
some
didn't even
like
tell me about this.
yeah, like it was a family member, and it was just on some traditional shit, and it was just like I had such a good day. Like I'm talking about just relaxing, just trying something new. I hadn't gone on a bike ride. I don't even remember the last time I got on a bike, and
Like you were on a high.
I was just on a good vibe. And then
Yeah.
for somebody to call me on some like irrelevant ass shit and then try to like threaten me on
Oh
some
wow.
emotional shit, like I stuck up for myself. Don't get me wrong, because like it triggered me when somebody tries to threaten me like on some emotional stuff and traditional stuff. Hi, princess.
Yeah. For the people that don't know the background noise, my daughter is here.
We got little mamas in the
Yeah, we got a little
house.
special guest. Shout out to my little girl A. You feel me?
Yeah,
I'm not trying to expose my little girl's name and shit, but shout out to
yeah,
my girl A.
yeah.
But like?
Like it was just on some like you have a different mindset once you start making decisions on your own, and you basically, apart from having the different mindset, like in college, I really just learned to think outside of beliefs and think outside of basic ideas that you're taught growing up, and all these beliefs. But basically, they're all implemented on you growing up by your parents, by your family. And so once you start to explain, like, no, I don't believe this, I believe that, and you start to think, okay, no, I don't agree with that, I do feel this way instead. It's like once you start setting those boundaries on your own belief system,
Yeah.
not everybody is gonna rock with it. And then I've just, like I've told you before, I've been bumping heads with my parents even on the fact that it's just like I am my own adult. I have my own mind. I am gonna say what I agree with, what I don't agree with, what I feel, what I don't feel. And I've sat down with my dad and discussed things regarding like him trying to implement his traditions and his ideas and his mindset on me. And I've told him, like at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that you address upon me, or you feel like are important to address with me, or like kind of maneuver me in a certain way that you never did with my older brothers at my age.
Yeah.
And I've explained to him like a lot of that is the traditional Hispanic mindset like that's sexist. I was like, there's a
Mm.
lot of things that you do to me or you address me about that you never would have even thought of addressing my older brothers regarding. And I get it, you can go ahead and guide me and go ahead and give me guidance, but at this point I can make my own decisions in life.
Yeah.
I can make my own decisions, and I don't need you telling me yes or no. I need you telling me like, okay, you need to watch out for this, you need to watch out for that. And it's just crazy because I've sat down with him and I'm like, this is a lot of just traditional generational,
Basic.
manipulation.
Yeah, like basic like they feel like the women can amount to like that because it's just like me as a dad, me as a father to a girl. I'm trying to break that tradition.
Yeah.
I'm trying to avoid that gap. You know what I mean? Like as far as how you're explaining yourself, because I mean, it's not like if you go through something, you can't run to your dad. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. That's how traditional it is. You know what I mean? It's,
Yeah.
traditionally, you just can't. Never really gravitate to running to your father.
Yeah.
So like express yourself emotionally, physically. It's like because they're so old school, they're so rancho, you know what I mean? They're so
Yeah.
brusco, and it's not their fault, you know what I mean? That's because that's generationally, that's how they've been, that's how they've been raised. Me personally, I want my daughter to open up to me like everything. So everything that you can't do, I'm trying to break that by my daughter to be able to do that. And like it sucks, you know what I mean? Because you should be open to your father, and it sucks that they have that mindset. Yeah, I mean, it's not
Yeah.
like I said, it's not their fault, but
And it's crazy when you learn to look at it from a different perspective. You start seeing how manipulation goes into it. Because, like, one line that I've heard is, well, don't make me feel this way. Like, don't get me upset. And try explaining to somebody who's traditional, old fashioned, and therefore even older. Porque don't get me wrong, el diablo sabe más por viejo que por diablo, you know? Obviously, our parents know a lot more than we through by experience, but that doesn't mean that they're always right. And
Yeah.
try to explaining to like an older man, like who's very traditional and guarded and like just very like that conservative. Like what you're saying right now is very manipulating.
Yeah.
Like how am I making you mad? Like how are the decisions that are affecting me and only affect me that I make for myself making you mad, other than the fact that they're messing with your pride based on the traditional mindset that you
Because
have?
they're not used to it. The 2020 vision for the older generation is so like bold, and I've had multiple conversations for with someone very close to me, and just in generally speaking, it's just like they can't break through the traditional like mindset. You know what I mean? It's tough, dude. Just like nah, man. Like the old way is not the way no more, dude. Like you just evolve with the times. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just like you can't just because. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get people offended by certain communities and stuff like that. But I'm a very open minded a very open minded individual myself, and I'm willing to adjust with the times. You know what I mean? I can't just be very machista. You know what I mean? Even though like I was born and raised in a household that's very traditional, that's not the way for every. That's not the way all the time. You know what I mean? Being traditional doesn't work for everybody. You just, I mean, you don't get me wrong. There are some people that are very traditional and they accept that traditional lifestyle.
Yeah.
But it's more pushing to like that's not existing anymore.
Yeah. And I was actually reading a book today. One of Miguel Ruiz's writings.
Miguel Rizes.
He's a
Okay.
good writer, Miguel Ruiz, and he has a really good collection. And I was reading about the belief system and how we're taught all this poison. Basically, like we're taught of these things when we're naive and we're children,
Right.
and it's all poison to our reality. And as we get older, we start coming up with our own mindset and like getting rid of that poison.
Yeah.
But it's all poison because it's just like all these beliefs and ideas that people put on you when you're naive.
Yeah.
And then you start seeing that if it's poison, because in the sense that even when you want to come up with your own perspective and your own ideas, this poison will fight that. So all this tradition and all these pressures, whether it's family, whether it's religious, whether it's whatever, like this poison will literally like continuously try to overflow any individualized concepts that you're trying to develop,
Right.
and you have to fight that poison consistently.
Yeah. Yeah, because if like if you were coming to me with a problem, I would try to like help you, motivate you. As a father and myself, if you would come in with me an issue that especially like an issue you would come with your dad, I would try to help you. You know what I mean? Not just like nah, mija, you can't do it. No, así no es la manera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like no puedes.
Yeah.
Because he's like, it's an anchor. You know what I mean? Instead of like pushing you to thrive and like, no, you know what, do this because you're gonna thrive.
Las
better.
mujeres hacen esto, or
Yeah.
traditionally you're supposed to do this,
Yeah.
or what are people gonna think? Like when you have somebody who thinks that closed-minded and then they try to implement that on you, it's just like then it's like
That sucks.
you try to come up with an idea and you're fighting it. You're fighting all this poison around you. And then additionally, I feel like a lot of people have a misconception of machismo and being overprotective. And a lot of people go ahead and confuse that. You can be overprotective, and being protective is a healthy trait to a certain extent. It is a healthy trait to a certain extent. But then machista is like way over the top. I feel like it's very good to be protective in the sense to care enough to protect somebody. Like, okay, let's say,
Scenario.
okay, your brothers or your dad. There's a lot of families where your brothers or your dad will consistently like make sure you get to your car safe. Like they'll walk you to your car and stuff like that.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, like they'll walk you over to your car, or even like just having a discussion when you bring a new man into your life, like having a discussion with that individual and letting them know that that you are an important person in their lives, and that you are someone who has a good heart, and so and like so and so and so and so and what moving on forward, you know. But letting them know that you are a person who is cared for, who is, you know, protected, that's also important. Or even like little things like caring about you enough to, as a woman or as a daughter, as a sister, as a friend, like being protective. It's like, hey, like being someone that you can depend on, like
Yeah.
being somebody I can call and be like, hey, I'm in this situation. You're protective enough where your instinct is like, oh, I need to go be there for that person because I'm a protective person.
Yeah. One thing is like being toxic and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's like the like nah, you can't go there because there's gonna be guys that are like nah,
That's overprotective. That's
yeah.
way too much. Being
That's because
protective and
that's
being
ego shit.
overprotective.
That's
is
like
different.
hey, they're doing that because it's a ego or not ego, but it's like it's an insecurity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's they're just not mature enough to to get over that hump. Mande, mami? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Sorry, we got a little special guest. Okay, little baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Mande. Huh? I'll help you right now. Huh? It's dark. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay. Yeah, so we're back. So like I was saying, the very just like they just like I think it's an insecurity thing. That's why they're overprotective because they know it's like a narcissistic, toxic person that's why they're overprotective. And
I
stuff
feel like insecurity has to do with it, but also deviance.
well, deviants.
Also deviance because you're gonna fear what you're capable of doing happening to others, or being
Yeah.
done to those you care about.
Yeah, because you start doing the things
Your
you
mind
do.
works based on your level of deviance or what deviance you've experienced or seen or done. Because I'm not gonna fear something I don't know to fear just yet.
We trying to expose, girl.
Huh? No, like okay, for example.
No, but I know it's like if I'm if I'm like talking to a girl or something like that, and then like behind somebody's back, you're gonna fear your girlfriend talking to another man,
Yeah.
and then you start acting like start acting like a fool.
Yeah, like I know one thing everybody can relate to. You know that person that you meet and they do stupid shit that you would never think about doing, like leaving their car window open or leaving their wallet in their car. Based on where you live, you look at that person like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like I remember when I went to move up to Marietta, like you can leave your purse in your car and you're not gonna worry about it.
Really?
Yeah, like where I was living, yes. Like the person I was with would leave their wallet in their car all the time, and in my head I was like, I would never think about doing that living out here in SD.
I left my car in the parking spot and that shit got stolen.
They took the whole damn car.
Like the fucking wallet, they took the whole thing.
They took the whole damn thing. They took what was your whole bag?
They took RP to the whole bag and shit. Damn, homie, I haven't replaced the whole car yet, homie. The last thing I'm gonna replace is the whole bag and shit. Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, I know we went off the cuff a little bit, but it's just I was just very curious on why you posted that, because one, I didn't ask, and it just like kind of clicked. Maybe I was just thinking about that picture we were sitting on that.
Yeah. No, but I was like that was just fucking with my vibe, and it kind of put me back in that place. Like this is just another fumble, but I'm gonna get through it. And then
not
like
on your behalf though. If somebody else's like.
yeah, but it's just like another thing I'm gonna face. It's just another thing that I'm gonna face. Like
Why do you have to face it?
it's just something I have to learn to deal with.
Yeah.
There's some shit you never
Can't get away from.
you can't get away from. There's some things that you can separate yourself, but it's just some things you can't fix because it's not like on you. There's some things that they're gonna be in your life and you just can't fix. Some realities that you have to deal with, and you can't fix. So what do? You just keep moving forward.
Yeah, I was
You ain't
like,
gonna pause.
I was like, damn. I was like, yo, is she really going through some shit? Like, what the fuck? And I'm a good friend and shit. I didn't even ask.
No, you're fine.
Yeah,
Cause I know weak ass bitch.
I know, but I mean, it's always good to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Just for those that are wondering, I'll go ahead and read it. But
yeah, like you want to get in depth on that?
no, I won't get in depth, but I'll read it just because it is a reality check. And I feel like,
I think anybody's going through that.
yeah, anybody has gone or will gone. So I put basically, the truth is, I've been hurt by those you'd think would never. I've been let down by those I thought would always be there. And I have been taught not to trust by those who have promised forever. The point is, I'm okay. I got through it. I learned. I grew. I'm here. It hurt, but none of it broke me. My struggle and strength is unique. I hold my power. Most importantly, making it this far and in my journey and maintaining my will to continue growing is something I'm proud of. If I can do it, you can do it, my love. Or if I can do it, you, my love, can do it too.
Damn, that's off the top of your head.
Yeah.
Damn, why you get so deep like that?
Well, that's
You don't have to hit us like that and shit. Like, chill.
well, it's true. Like it's really. I always reflect. I'm always one of those people, and I know it can be healthy and unhealthy. I'm one of those people that always reflects back, and based on the fact that I always reflect back, I think about the negative, but I also think about the growth, and apart from that, I think about the journey, because the journey is what makes us who we are. The hurt is what teaches us. The journey is what builds us. And the lesson is what guides us throughout life, just in the future.
Yeah.
So that's the way I always think. I always reflect back on where, and I'm always very grateful. I always try to be very grateful. Like if any year, any moment in time that you look at, if you look at yourself at this very moment in time, what month are we in? At this moment in time, like last year, I was in a completely different place. I was in a completely different situation. I thought my world was over. I thought, fuck, I'm starting all over again. Like around this time last year. And the year before that, around this time, it was a completely different story. You don't know where you're going to be a year from now. You're never going to be in the same place you were a year before.
Yeah.
So I always reflect on that. And I always think just as much as a year back where I was and things changed, a year forward from now, I'm going to look back today and be like, I would have never thought. You know?
Yeah.
So a year from now, I can be in a completely different place. And that gives me power because I still hold my power. A lot of people can't manifest what's going on. Once you can self-reflect and analyze, like truly like go in the third spectrum and analyze what is going on in your life, you hold your power because you get to play your own puppet on your own game. You get to maneuver the puppets. You're not getting maneuvered. So once you can go out a third phase and analyze what's going on with you, you have the whole power to analyze what's really going on, where you need to heal, what you need to change, and where you need to go. But there's a lot of people that are stuck.
I feel like that's where I'm at right now. I've been actually kind of working on myself lately. I've never been I've always been like, distract myself, move on, just do something else, and that's my self-heal. I'm not a traditional self-heal kind of guy, you know what I mean? I'm not here like having candles and crystals and shit and like sage, like that's not me. So if you're putting that expectation on me, that's not gonna happen. I like to be by myself sometimes. I like to surround myself with people. You know what I mean? I like to entertain myself by self-heal is by working. It's different forms of it. Just because it's not traditional to you doesn't mean it's not self-healing. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they're so focused on like, you got to be alone. Sometimes it doesn't work for everybody. You know what I mean? I try it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I try it, I think, but like this weekend, I hanged out with my friends. I hanged out with myself. You know what I mean? I honestly, it was something for sure that is different. I went to Point Loma. And just like listened to music, had a coffee, and just like, and it's, at the same time I was like, okay, what do I do?
Yeah.
It's just like I try it. It's not my thing. I'd rather just play fucking video games and just blow people's heads off and shit. You know what I mean?
Oogie.
Yeah, I mean, but that's like my. It's just I'm just chilling. You know what I mean? Like, but how do you tell someone to self-heal that doesn't know how to self-heal?
I usually let them know, like, don't get me wrong, you tell yourself you want to heal, but it's a process you find. And you have to find it in different ways. You're not just going to be like, oh, this says I'm going to heal like this, so I'm going to heal. You have to find what works for you. For me, sometimes, it's music. Like that day I told you I found out that whole situation. The whole day I was just like listening to music. Did I process any word? No. But I definitely needed to isolate the world around me.
Yeah, like shut out the noise and just have that music in
Yeah,
your head.
and not be left alone with my thoughts either.
Hmm.
So I was listening to the rhythm, but I really wasn't processing the words. But I was, because I was working, but at least I wasn't zoned out with my own thoughts.
Yeah, like you didn't go deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's different things that work for you. Like I've said it before. I talk to myself all the time. You you process your thoughts differently when you're listening to them.
I catch myself doing that, like catching like scenarios, like how I like should I done this? Should I like should I like move like this? You know what I mean? I mean, remember I'm by myself most of the time at work. You know what I mean? I'm usually in the office or like I'm usually on a route, and I'm usually 9 to 8 hours by myself on a truck. So what do? I'm in my head most of the time.
Yeah.
So what normally happens is I just reflect, you know what I mean, or reflect or listen to music or just find inspirational videos or something that's just gonna help me or just kind of like change this perspective on my mind for that day. You know what I mean? Because I have so many hours of just like self time that. I mean, fuck it. Yeah, I mean, music is always. I love music. Yeah, I mean, I love podcasts. So for sure, I feel like podcasting is like a version of self healing for myself. Yeah, I mean, because I always find like ones that like for sure empower me and inspire me in different ways. You know what I mean? It's not for everybody, but it's my version of it.
Yeah. And then your healing process can have different phases as well.
Yeah.
Like my healing process started with a lot of crying and drinking and distracting myself. And then it went on to, okay, then it's time to silence everything a little bit, because I started building anger within myself and I didn't want to reflect my anger onto people. So I started isolating myself.
My fear on that is I really shut out everybody because I could turn it off.
Yeah.
I could turn off my emotions, and I don't want to do that. I'm if I go too deep into like my self healing, then I'm gonna realize I don't really gotta talk to nobody. And then it takes a lot for me to open up in general as far as my emotions and stuff like that. The last thing I want is just turn myself off and just be like work at my kid, and then fuck everybody else and everybody else in it.
And that's something to fear.
You know what I mean? That's why I said like. That's why I don't like to be alone, because then I was like, you know what? I'm a real, because even though I'm not gonna do it, I could realize I'm like I don't really need anybody. I don't need anybody. I don't need anybody in my life to be like, oh, I need them and stuff like that. And in the day, dude, I could entertain myself by 1, doing this podcast, 2, my daughter's my world, 3, my job. But I don't want to. I don't want to become a robot. You know what I mean? Of just like not fucking with nobody. I mean, that's why I try to interact with people and stuff like that, just trying to keep myself alive. Yes, mommy? You want me to help you? Okay, hold on, okay? But what was one of the versions of like you said the crying wasn't like what's the best version for yourself to self heal? Like you always catch yourself in the same spot, like.
Well, like the crying, it was weird because I would catch myself like consistently. I would take into account, I love my job. I love where I work. I love the people I work with. I love what I do. I feel like it has a purpose and I'm in a supported environment. But I literally would catch myself for a long time every morning on my drive to work crying.
Yeah.
Like I would hop on the freeway and it sounds so stupid, but I think it would be like that freeway.
Which one, the 805 shit?
No, I think it was like the 15. Like the 15 itself, or like they don't.
You're hot, girl?
Yeah.
Take it off.
I did.
Well, take off your sweater.
No.
Oh, shit. Hey, hold up.
Tengo calor, but I don't want to take my sweater all the way off because the twins are out. Like.
Like, we're gonna switch gears, guys. It's that hour and shit.
No, but yeah, like I would literally cry. So then I just started hopping on another freeway, but
Really, like
dead ass.
Really,
But like no, but I would cry, but it was just my emotions getting out, and then you would think, okay, it's like a month, it's 2 months, like no, for a long period of time. But then as I was healing, you start reflecting like, wow, I used to drive and cry every day. Now I'm driving and crying on my way to work three times a week to maybe now once a week. And then you start seeing like, okay, every once in a while. And now it's just like it comes and goes, but there's space in between. And getting to that point, it's been a process.
Yeah.
So it's something I'm proud of, because at that moment, like I'm telling you, like when I would cry, I would talk to myself, because I wouldn't know why I was crying. Is it anxiety? Is it stress? Is it PTSD? I don't know. But is it, anger? Is it rabia? Is it heartache? Is it, questioning myself as a woman? Is it questioning my value? Is it questioning do I have anxiety about issues I'm not even sure I have? Like, I don't even know. Am I scared of
it's
what?
like a storm of just emotions.
And you don't know exactly why you're crying. If you squish your finger and you start crying, at least you know why you're crying.
Yeah.
But if you have all these emotions and you have this weight on your shoulder and this like just something that's going on in your heart you don't understand, you're gonna let it out, but you don't know why. So what do? I let it out, because what would I do? I would talk to myself and be like, literally whatever I was feeling, whatever I was thinking, I would talk to myself about it, and hear my thoughts was important to me, and just discussing it with myself. And then like I said, eventually it got to the point where I would start recording myself, because that's when I was thinking like maybe I should do a podcast because other people can relate to what I'm doing. Maybe I should do a platform other people can relate to this. I started recording myself just on the voice memo, like not even physically watching myself. I would start recording what I was saying to myself and how I felt. And that would really help. And it's crazy because it would feel so in depth. Like if I would listen to it later, I would start crying again. Wow. Because you can hear it in my voice, you can hear it in what I'm saying, and I would feel it just listening to myself. But I would feel better because that morning I was a lot more broken when I recorded it than when I listened to it, and I could feel that within myself.
You pretty much like just self heal.
Yeah.
That moment. I haven't obviously me and my kid's mom are not together. Yeah, I mean, luckily we're such in a great spot. Then the first time we split, you know what I mean? The first time was kind of like messy. A lot of anger was in there. A lot of just a lot of strong, passionate, like just damn, you know what I mean? Like what happened? We amended the situation. Time passed. This time around, it was actually more peaceful because you gave yourself credit. Like, you know what, you tried. And then this is my version of like how like I'm trying to self-heal from the situation I'm trying to explain right now. So we actually sat down at this table as we speak, and we just like kind of like we saw it coming, you know what I mean? And then we're just like, it's not gonna work, huh? It's just like we're like, nah. It's like, and then like we don't get me wrong, we're still human, you know what I mean? We still have emotions. So obviously, we cried on this table, you know what I mean? Because it was just not because we fell off. We fell off of love from each other. But at the same time, we weren't crying because of us. We were crying because of my daughter. Yeah, because we generally tried. You know what I mean? And we gave each other that support mentally. Yeah, through like a couple of days. Obviously, the waves of everything, the waves of the healing were happening, but we were together. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of people know that. You know what I mean? Because I don't gotta explain that to people.
You don't.
But I just for the person that's going through it, this is the purpose of this podcast is to help people
to connect with others. Yeah.
And there was a lot of the waves of it was the anger. We're just fucking bickering. We're just like, damn, like, you know what I mean? We're looking at, like, just a lot of side eye and shit. You know what I mean? Just a lot of like hate, a lot of why. It's just like a lot of vengeance. You want to, you know what I mean? Just dark. And then later to the point, like, okay, well, confusion. You know what I mean? From confusion, it went from like trying to understand their side of the story, and then from like me personally, I was hurt. I was like sad, but the whole time I was going through those healing process, she was still here. You know what I mean? And towards the end, it was like 2 months because we split, and then she still stayed here for 2 months. I didn't kick her out. She still stayed here. I'm not that asshole to be like, yo, you gotta leave. Because in the day, that's my kid's mom. I don't want her to see in the streets and shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm not that kind of man. So in the end, we just sat down. I was like, dude, like, yo, like, what the fuck? Let's get on the same page here. You know what I mean? I don't want you to leave with a bad taste in your mouth. You know what I mean? Like with a version of me that's not how I want you to be. Because once you're out of here, it's very hard to connect on a personal level. You know what I mean? She was still sleeping here. We were still sleeping in the same bed, but we like divided the bed. We put, like, you know what I mean? Very like one sided. Mande mami. Yeah, I hope you're right now. Hold on. For sure. The vibe was totally off, but very. We switched gears. You know what I mean? We totally switched gears. Towards the end, it was just like, okay, let's try to co-parent the best that we can. You know what I mean? Now I could say that I don't miss her. I just want the best for her. You know what I mean? There's a difference. Because I don't miss her. You know what I mean? Like I mean, in the day I see her almost all the time. I have to communicate with her, so that you can't miss someone that you're always communicating with. You know what I mean? So I mean, for sure, like the love that I have for her, it's not gonna be there no more. Because obviously, we've been through it's just, you have to disconnect yourself. You know what I mean? Because you can't move on with somebody, and if you're still attached with them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's me personally. Just like, though, like, I mean, if my BM moves on, totally fine. If I move on, that's totally fine. I think we're in the same space mentally. I mean, shout out to my BM, you know what I mean? That she gave me that confidence. She literally gave me that confidence for me to move on, and her not telling me, but knowing that, like, yo, we're in the same headspace.
We're on the same team.
Yeah, we like, like, your personal life is not my priority. The priority is number one is the kid. So she addressed me like, look, whatever you do in your personal life is fine. I don't care. If you're happy, you're happy, and so on and so forth. So she gave me that confidence to be like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Because for a while I was like, damn, like, I don't want to move on. But she told me down like, dude, like, I don't really care. So I was like, oh shit. She reassured me like, yo, like, she reassured me that she moved on, and then I felt the same way. Like, okay, now I can move on because I feel like I think like right after we split the second time, I still felt like there was a connection for some reason. But when she told me, she was like, yo, you need to move on. Or like, if it's just like she just showed me that, like, yo, there ain't nothing there.
Like, we can't force it anymore.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then she's very cut and dry. She don't give a fuck. She doesn't show me like any like signs of like, yo, what's up? Because she's not that, like, that person. Even the first time, you know what I mean? It was never like that. Even this time around, like, I go pick up my kid's mom, you know what I mean? Like, she doesn't show me any like sign of like, yo, what's up? You know what I mean? She's very just yes, you know what I mean, and that's fine because that's gonna give me more power to move on, you know what I mean? Because she's not giving me hope. You know what I mean? I don't know where the fuck I'm going with this, but all I want to know is that I'm self-healing by my own way. Doesn't mean it's your way with the crystals and candles and shit, but the support of my BM and the people around me, I'm moving on. You know what I mean? That's my version, like, point blank. Manda mami. You want strawberries? Yeah. You got a big strawberry right here. I don't have strawberries, mommy. Like monkey. You want a strawberry like a monkey?
Yeah. I think she's coming up with some new dance moves.
Oh yeah. Oh well. But for sure, that's my version of self-healing. I self-heal with people around me because I always like. I've never self-healed by myself. I've never been me.
And I'm different. I'm very emotional. For me, for sure,
It's hard for me to be. Like,
I'm very emotional.
teary-eyed.
No, like, I'm very emotional. Like, I'm just very emotional. Like,
I've never been.
I want to be by myself because I can push myself through situations, but there's just certain situations that are very emotional that I can't fake it. Like, I just, and there's certain things I'm very passionate about, and I'm very true with myself about that. I'm not gonna fake the funk. I'm just not. Like, I'm not gonna tolerate myself being that like fake. Like,
what do you mean? Like, is there like one example so I could kind of get it in?
okay, like for example, like in certain situations where you feel uncomfortable, okay, maybe like you're in a room that smells and you know what smells and it's a person maybe or something and you don't want to be rude, like you're gonna fake the funk. You know, you're gonna try to hold your composure or whatever.
Start breathing with your eyes and shit.
Yeah, like you're gonna try not to make a facial expression. It's like you don't want to be disrespectful. If you can change the situation, you will. But if you can't, you're just gonna fake the funk. But then there could be situations where like I really do feel uncomfortable with a certain person around me, or I really do feel uncomfortable with a certain like me being put in a certain position or certain like state. And no, I'm not gonna fake the funk. I don't give a fuck about people's feelings. Like if I don't agree with something and I don't feel comfortable, I'm gonna separate myself with from the situation.
Hold on, okay. All right, my bad. We had technical difficulties. My baby trying to light myself on fire and stuff.
Daddy duties.
Daddy duties. You know what I mean? Daddy duties. I'm telling you, people. I'm trying to do the long game and shit right now. For sure. Just my kid's here, so it is what it is. You know what I mean?
It is what it is, and we pull through.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was saying,
the fake it the funk.
Yeah, like there's certain situations where I really just can't fake the funk.
Really?
Like I can't fake the funk. Like I can't. Point blank. Period.
You know what? I realized that you let your environment consume you.
I don't.
Certain extent.
I care about the environment I'm in for sure, and it does affect me. Am I aware of that? Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't try to, because I'm aware of it, I try not to let it overcome me, but I am an emotional person. So like with that said, like some emotions, I really know myself and I really know that they're overcoming me. So I can isolate myself and be myself and by myself to heal. But then of course I love people and I know that it's important to have people that around you that love you. So I, like if I know that I'm in an emotional state where I'm going to lash out on others and like give them my negativity because I'm in a hurt place, I try to avoid being around people. But if I know I'm in a healing spot or or like literally you'll go, this is a bad week, today's a good day, tomorrow's a bad day, or today's a bad day, you'll go, or 3 days you'll have a good day, or 2 weeks you'll have good days, and then you'll just feel it like in yourself like today is a bad day. So I isolate myself and I just keep to myself. But then there's times where it's like, okay, a part of me healing is also getting out there and being around those people that love me and people I love to know that I am loved. And I think I'm a pretty fucking good friend. So sometimes my healing is making others feel better because then it reminds me that I have a purpose in this world.
Don't ever downplay yourself. You're an amazing friend.
Oh, love you. But yeah, like, so being around others also definitely helps, but it kind of works both ways for me. And like I said, it goes in phases. You're going to find what works for you. There was a phase where music was helping me. There was a phase where talking to myself was helping me. There was a phase where working out was helping me. There was a phase where reading books was helping me. And there was a phase where laying down in bed and just kind of staring at the roof a few hours at a time, it helped me because it was quiet.
Yeah. I mean, that was my main goal. My main like point was like, not everybody's personal healing is your self healing. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, for me, I'm still trying to find it. You know what I mean? It was cool. Don't get me wrong. Sitting by myself, looking at the ocean, drinking a coffee. It's cool. But the whole time, I'm just like, what am I doing here?
Yeah, you're gonna find what works.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like, yeah, I enjoyed it. I got something out of it. You know what I mean?
I shop with my emotions.
I don't got the finance to shop with my emotions.
So what I usually do with that is I'll like go online and I'll shop and I'll put a lot of things I like in my cart, but I never check out.
I like to check out, but my credit card says no.
It's like you thought.
Yeah. You're like, nah, we're not gonna do this today.
You call the next day like, my daughter accidentally clicked purchase.
Yeah, I'm gonna call in right when it gets here, and I'm like, yo, I don't know what happened. It's calling fraud. Nah, but yeah. So I think I don't know, cause I'm so hustle and bustle. So to catch a moment by myself is just like it's not a routine thing. I'm always on the go doing something. For sure, going to the gym could be a version of self healing, but I don't have that option right now. So Maybe this podcast itself is my personal self healing, and I don't even know myself.
I know for me, it's definitely something that keeps me going.
Yeah, it gives me a purpose.
Yeah.
It gives me something. You know what I mean? It gives me something to do. You know what I mean? I look. You know what I've been looking forward to is cooking.
I can tell. I'm enjoying that part of you.
Yeah, yeah. She's been,
Guys, I've been really, really spoiled lately.
yeah. Like, what did I make?
You made the rajas
I made
con
you.
arroz.
Yeah, I made some rajas con crema with
Uh-huh.
arroz and some corn.
You made me the beef teriyaki.
Yeah, I made beef teriyaki with the fried rice
Mm-hmm.
and I mean just little things like that. It's just like it's just a new skill. You know what I mean? I'm looking for. I mean, that skill consumes me because I'm like, oh, I want to. I'm not gonna lie, I like cooking, but I'm not gonna lie, I like cooking for Oso Fresa because it gives me a reaction
Yeah.
of like my skill.
Yeah.
I could cook for myself and it's cool. Like I'm gonna eat, but and obviously my daughter doesn't eat anything I make because I mean dad made it. You know what I mean? So it's gonna taste good. But it's like okay, like it's so like oh shit, she likes it. So like it's a positive feedback. You know what I mean? It's a positive thing that's I'm getting from myself. So it's like
Yeah.
okay, cool. Because sometimes I do think about what I'm gonna cook, even though I'm gonna cook regardless of Sofresa's not here. But it's just another satisfaction. Like oh shit, she did like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
I always like
She hasn't died yet, guys.
Guys, I mean,
Yeah.
no, but and I think like like it feels good to know that you're doing something for someone that appreciates it,
Yeah.
and I appreciate it.
Oh hell yeah, she does. She better than shit.
Yeah.
Nah, she like nah. I know she didn't appreciate it if it's like a bomb ass meal to like some from Chick-fil-A and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
whatever it is, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, I cooked her dinner today.
I
but
like
she didn't.
PB and J's too.
Nah,
Wait, what?
I said I cooked your dinner today. You didn't eat it.
It's okay. I'll take you for lunch to
Nah,
work
it's okay.
tomorrow.
Nah,
I will.
Nah,
I really, really will.
nah.
And I'll eat
PB
it.
and J.
And I'll look at Nat and be like, Hector made me this.
Damn. How's that working out? Your new position and stuff like that.
Good. Like obviously, I'm learning stuff. Like
Yeah.
obviously, like I'm making mistakes.
You are.
Like little mistakes here and there because I'm still learning. But like I've said before, my higher ups are patient. They are aware, and they're definitely good mentors in the sense of, I tell them like, the ones that get upset when things are done a certain way because they want them a certain. I tell them, tell me how you want it.
So
And they're like, you did this and this and this wrong. What are they teaching you? I'm like, okay, so tell me how you want it, so I know what you expect.
that was my Monday. That was my Monday.
Really?
Yeah.
Talk about it.
So if you're a person that's gonna be like, if you're about it and be like, yo, teamwork, and leadership, and like we all gotta pull together. But when the work shows up, and then you don't put the words into play, that frustrates me.
Oh, is that what you were telling me about the higher up, like talking the funk but not putting in the work?
Yeah.
And then like, oh, I would be so fucking pissed.
It's because like there's only one day a week that we're really slammed. It's Mondays. So and then I'm a manager, but in the day like I could be like my coordination could just be overshot. You know what I mean, by my higher up, and that sucks. You know what I mean, but it just pushes me to be in that position. That's my drive. I like because I want to be the one not told what to do. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I mean, I've been running it for like 2 years, and then when I know how to run it, and then someone comes in because they have a different perspective, and not even that, it fails. It pisses me off because I just didn't fail. I let my team down, and then my team down. It brings their ability to become a good driver lower. You know what I mean? Like damn, like I failed. Yeah, I'm like nah, bro. Like we could have made it, but it is what it is. Our higher ups got in it, and they saw a different vision of it, and we all failed. I failed. That's how bad my higher ups fucked up. I even failed.
Damn.
Like I walked in, I'm like, damn man, you did pretty bad yesterday. I'm like, nah. I shut it down. I'm like, nah, don't do that to me. I was like, you like I told you since the morning, let's go with my plan. We wouldn't have failed. And he's like, nah, what do you mean? I'm like, dude, you should have just like did what I said, and they would have been all Gucci. Like, and I explained to him. He's like, "Damn, you're right, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah," but now like my service came back, and I was like, so bad service. They're like, I was like, "Dude, well, you gotta talk to whoever you need to talk to." I'm like, "Well," I pretty much looked at my higher up. I was like, "Yeah, see, like this is the second Monday that you step in and don't listen to me because you ain't trying to work. That's great on another day of the week, but don't do that to me on the busiest day of the week." Yeah, I mean, you say all hands on deck, but you like you ready to go home. That's not cool, dude.
Just making moves to like benefit him.
Yeah, like, dude, like, don't get me wrong. I like being in the office, but I know when I step out of the office, and I need to know when because if not, like, my position can be taken away quick. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you gotta humble yourself and get back to where you started, and that's behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be pencil pushing all the time.
That reminds me of a moment I had today. It was actually a really good moment.
Yeah, what you gotta do?
So I have one of my higher ups. He's actually a very he's aggressive, but not because he's mean, which a lot of people
passionate?
confuse with. He's passionate about his job. He's proud of what he's accomplished. He's proud of the work he does.
Same.
So with that said, he really makes mistakes. And when he does find a mistake, he likes to choose somebody, and he lacks accountability on so many levels because he always assumes he's very right, because he usually is.
Yeah.
So last what's today? Tuesday? No, Tuesday. So Friday he was chewing my ass about something that he felt was incorrect. I said, "Okay, you know what? Let me go ahead and review my notes, go through my system." He's like, "See, this is why I don't like your new system." I'm like, "No, it's not the system. It's just that you're not used to it.
Yeah.
Don't."
Yeah, don't.
It's the system. It's not the system. It's the fact that you're getting used to it. And I was like, "But I'm pretty sure my stuff is accurate because, I took the time to go through this." "No, I think it's wrong." I said, "Okay." Monday came. "No, I already went through it." "No, I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right. It doesn't match my notes and doesn't match." Today, he's like, "Hey, Steph, so I went through your stuff and I went through my stuff, and it turns out I was wrong." And that's where my sarcasm comes in. And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I couldn't quite hear you. What was that?" Wow. He's like, "I said I was wrong." I was like, "I'm sorry." A third one just for my ego real quick. And he's like, "Steph, I said I was wrong." I was like, "Thank you. I appreciate you." I was like, "Now let's trust Steph a little bit more." I was like, "Let's trust Steph a little bit more."
You hit him twice with that?
Huh? Yeah. Like, but he knew it was my sarcasm. But I had told him, I was like, "I checked my notes. It's right." And he was like, no, it doesn't match my stuff. And this, and I was like, "Well, I'm telling you, I use this system and this system to, check my accuracy. And I did this and this to check I'm telling you, I'm right. I'm counting this right." And he was just so stuck on, "No, you did something wrong. You did something wrong. Something ain't right here." And today he's like, "I actually went through it again a third time and you were right." And I was like, "Hold on, sir. What? I didn't hear that. What?" And he said it 3 times.
I'll be like hella livid. Like, just I wish someone would have said that to me.
What?
Like, sarcastically, just trying to point me out.
No, well, yeah, because he knows that he chewed my ass over something that he was wrong about.
Yeah.
So I said I respect it. I was like, "Excuse me, sir, what was that?"
Maybe because I don't set that vibe at work.
Oh no, yeah. Well, we were in our own office. It wasn't like in front of other people. It was like us in our office.
Oh yeah, I don't set that vibe at work.
Oh, I do.
Nah.
I do. If you're gonna dish it, you're gonna take it, because
Nah.
he always does that to us. Like, he lets us know when we're wrong, and he does it very publicly and very specifically. So, and I've told him before, I'm like, if you're gonna dish it, you're gonna take it. When you make a mistake, we're gonna hold you accountable for your mistake too.
Yeah, you could tell me, but it's like you ain't gonna tell me like. I'm a different manager. Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I'm an asshole. That's why.
I need you to teach me something.
Should I pause it?
No,
Should I pause
no. I need you to teach me how to boss people around.
Oh shit!
Because now it's like I have people that I'm their higher up, and I feel shy telling them like, "No, you got me fucked up. It's supposed to be this way," because I can't tell them like this.
Like, honestly, it was hard for me in the beginning. A lot of it's like the eye contact was weird.
Mm-hmm.
So I always bring like notes with you, and then like write the notes down, write what you're gonna tell them, and then point at the notes, and then say it, and then like kind of, but don't disrespect, but not looking at him. Look at him like 1 or 2 times, and then just like make it seem like you're very thinking about what you're saying, and like you're very strong on what you're saying. Make sure he's listening, and the repercussions for sure is very important. But just for a couple of times, just don't do the eye contact.
Okay.
Because it was hard for me too. And a lot of my place, from where I'm at, everybody's older than me.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a couple guys, there's a couple kids so there's some dudes that just don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
That there's a higher up, and there's just like you shouldn't talk back.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some that just get it, and they're just kids. There's some are just kids.
Mm-hmm.
They're just 21. I mean, I'm 29. I mean, we're all kids, but for sure, you just have to get used to it. It's tough.
Because it's so weird to me. Like, there's a lot of the there's a lot of the
Well,
social.
my thing is, don't make friends.
Well, this person, it's like I keep it very like mellow because at the same time, it's like, okay, I don't want you to feel like you can't come to me when there's an issue. I want you to feel like we're in this together. But at the same time, I'm gonna hold you accountable for mistakes. Just because I expect if we do have a mistake, we discuss it and handle it seriously because it's not just my mistake or just yours. It's our mistake. That's the way I look at it. That's how I try to lead.
I always try to give him a pep talk at least like every other week. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I always tell one of my drivers, like, remember the driver? I really was gonna be my right hand man. Mm-hmm. So I'm still kind of bummed about it, but I always give him a pep talk. Hey man, you're doing good. You're showing up every day. I appreciate your help. So on, so forth, so on. Mm-hmm. But I always ended it bitter. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like, hey, fix this. Hey, don't let the ego get to you. You know what I mean? Keep the grind. It's not gonna be overnight. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this is a 2-year process, and then, but for sure, just stay focused. All right, you're doing good, kid. Échale ganas, boom. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And they're like, first, like, build them up, but let them know what the vibe is.
Mm-hmm. I think to me, it's like it's hard because it's like I'm younger than this person, I'm shorter than this person, and like I'm telling an older man what to do, basically. And I'm just like,
yeah, try to avoid friendships.
I'm just like, bruh.
A lot of it is avoiding friendships.
Yeah.
Being cute and shit like that. Just address the issue. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Either you're the asshole manager or you're the friend manager, and then the thing is, when you become a friend manager, they could come to you and they'll be very open to you. But the day you have to like just lay it down, they're gonna feel some kind of way about
Not always, because I feel like that's where you have to find like a leader within somebody else. Because me, it's like I've always been good with my higher ups, but it's like when they tell me something, I don't take it like you're attacking me. I take it as
that's you. That's you. Not everybody has.
And it sucks. I wish more people did think like that, because I remember one time my previous manager and my afternoon job that I had when we had met, he was more of a friend manager, and he felt weird chewing me up, and then he kind of thought like maybe like she feels some type of way, and then he's like, so how do you feel? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, we're gonna handle business. I took your pointers, and we're gonna do this, because at the end of the day, like we got a job to do.
Yeah.
Like my work represents you, and like at the end of the day, I need to represent you because you represent our program.
Yeah.
Like we got shit to do. We got to handle it. You weren't attacking me. You were like telling me what needs to get done so we can be better.
Yeah, I've never been in a position. I haven't been told what, like, now, yes, but when I was like basic driver, nobody ever walked up to me, because I always clocked in, clocked out. I mean, I always did my job. I always called my boss. Anybody, like, I mean, I always extended always went out of my job description respectfully. Never stepped on anybody's toes, but for sure, I've never been in a position someone had to sit down with me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But for sure.
But then again, it's like your job's more independent, huh? It's not like you're
it's
close
independent,
to your
but
coworkers on a day-to-day basis. There's a lot of communication, but you're not with people.
Yeah, but it's a lot of responsibility, though.
Yeah.
It's a lot of responsibility.
Definitely, yes.
So that's
because you're by yourself, so every move represents you.
Yeah, like you're put in a position that you're responsible for a vehicle, yourself, people around you, the equipment. You know what I mean? The trust of, you know what I mean, just following laws,
the product,
everything that's inside, integrity, like, you know what I mean? Pretty much someone's trusting you with pretty much their whole business in their hand. Mm-hmm. I mean, they can't do it themselves, you know what I mean? Every little fuck up that we do, like, it could potentially just ruin their whole contract. Mm-hmm. And they're done they're done. They're done. I seen their teams fall so hard that they get their contracts pulled. and everybody loses their jobs, even the bosses. You know what I mean? So it's just like that's why you have to have the really good team around you and make sure. My dude, on Friday, one of my drivers backed up and hit a sign.
Bruh.
Yeah, and that's like 10 grand off the top.
Because it's city property.
It's private property, but for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mande mami. I'll help you right now. Okay, I'll be there. But for sure, just to be honest, if you want respect, just be the dick.
Damn it.
Yeah, I mean,
I
you're gonna get shit done, dude. You're gonna get shit done.
Be the nice.
Yeah, but you know what's gonna happen? Hold on. But for sure, like I was saying, you just gotta be the asshole or just be the nice guy. But I try to be the nice guy, and you know what happens? I got in trouble a couple times because I was too nice, and then my conversations led to like probably like me getting in really really big trouble because you being too nice could be other employees because you're in a management position, you're held to a higher standard. You know what I mean? So some of your conversations could be very like a no. You know what I mean? Depending on what the cover, like, you know what I mean, if it gets too personal, if it gets too flirty, one swipe of an arm could be freaking very looked into, very very personal. So just be careful on how friendly you are because the opposite sex or the same gender could take it very just like, whoa, like, why is Stephanie like all of a sudden like she comes at me like 2-3 times a day. And you're just going because you're a very friendly manager. And now she's taking it like, yo, I think Stephanie got a thing for me. You know what I mean? So, for sure, you just got to be careful on who is, what kind of standard you're going to put yourself in. You know what I mean? Because a friendly manager could get you in trouble too.
Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, some of the conversations, like, because you're very like you just go off the cuff sometimes. Like,
yeah, my sarcasm gets me too. Like,
yeah, your sarcasm could be taken like.
Because like today, like when I pointed something out to that person, I repeated it multiple times. I was like, but you need to understand like this, and they're like, okay, I get it. You said it 2 times, and my fucking sarcastic ass was like, and I'll say it again, like this and this because it's that important. Like you need to understand that. And I feel like the person gets, like, very irritated because, like, oh, this chick is telling me what to do, like, whatever, this and that. And it's, like, in my head, I'm just like, yo, like.
Yeah, your sarcasm can be, like, I mean, dude, California don't play, man.
Yeah.
California don't play with harassment and shit like that.
Yeah.
So just be careful, dude. I mean, I've seen, like, just dumb stuff, like, play out and just, like, because my boss has been in his position for so many since he was 25. I mean, you've seen The Ringer, so he's just like, dude, stop talking, stop cussing, stop approaching people too close. You know what I mean? Just like, I mean, there's a certain way you have to talk, and then say a lot, but don't say too much. Because my
first step is I've tried to take initiative to not look like a mess in the morning.
I mean, who gives a fuck? I mean,
like, because I'm like, I can't be walking up in there telling people what to do and I look like a mess.
Trying to walk in some heels and shit type shit or no?
No, just like usually I just like shower my hair, like shower in the morning, don't brush my hair and just throw on my scrubs and whatever.
You have to wear scrubs?
Yeah, I have to wear scrubs. The only person in the entire facility that doesn't wear scrubs is the office manager. Like, I have to wear scrubs. But I'm going to start brushing my hair.
Damn, you just roll out of bed and shit, huh?
Yeah, or like I'll put like a hair clip. Like I brush my, like I shower, I untangle my hair, but I don't like really like do anything with it. I just throw a clip on and I'm like that all day. But I don't know.
Point blank, the point of the story right here, I highly just be the dick, because you being the asshole just gets the point across and gets the job shit done. I mean, that's my perspective.
And
unless you could balance it, but
I'm gonna see. I'm different. I think maybe it's just because this is like a new person, and to them maybe it's just different.
Because it just takes that their one day they're having a bad day, and you come at them way too nice, and they take it very personal, and they're not just vibing with you that day, and they just fucking just turn it on you. They're just having this.
Something I've learned to control is my face, because my face will literally tell you like. Sometimes like
you have like a resting bitch face type shit.
No, my expressions, like I have expressions, like my expressions match my thoughts sometimes.
Yeah.
Or like sometimes somebody will try to come at me and I can't help it, like, and I laugh.
I always put my hand on my lips.
I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
I have like a whole desk and chair now, so I can do
I'm
that
just-
like
I
very.
normally just put my this and it's like, hey, XYZ, and then okay, you do this, and all right, did you understand?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yes. I was like, okay. And I was like, no, okay. What part did you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So we could be on the same page,
Mm-hmm.
because we're a team here, and for sure I want to make sure you understand.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you get it? He's like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for understanding. Have a good day.
I'm gonna
Be
do
safe
that.
on the road.
I'm gonna do the very
And then
dramatic like chair turn.
I've had so many sit down conversations of like the way I am,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm very cut and dry.
Mm-hmm.
But we're in a day and age that a lot of people, it's just like people are too soft.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to treat a lot of people like a certain way.
Yeah. One thing
Yeah.
for sure is if you didn't come to work, I don't want to see you. Like if you're not here to work, I don't want you. Like go home.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Like one thing I learned,
In
like
the end of the day,
see, but the thing is, my mouth won't say that, but my face will, and that's my problem. And like I've learned to teach myself not to roll my eyes. One thing I accomplished is I stopped rolling my eyes as much as I used to, because I would roll my eyes a lot. But now it's like I don't. Like now I try to keep direct eye contact.
yeah, even your personal emotions shouldn't reflect on them. At the end of the day, they still showed up,
Yeah.
because they don't have to put the 1,000% you put in.
Mm-hmm.
And then they could just phone it in, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
They showed up.
I have to tell myself, like at the end of the day, for some people, like this is something I'm turning into a career, but for somebody else, it might just be paying the bills. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really care about, what they're doing, whether it matters or not, or who they're serving to, or, so on and so on. So,
I mean, like, yeah, that's true. I find that, yeah, because
but I just really don't want my expressions to like. That's what scares me, like my facial expressions.
just make it seem like you're always thinking. You're like, Just like,
I'm gonna do that hand over the lips thing.
yeah, just like this.
And
just-
look down.
Yeah, just like this. I mean, just like, and look at meaningless paper in front of you, like, just like, I mean, like, just look, I mean, just like, I mean, just like look back and forth onto like some shit that you don't even like. Doesn't
Start typing. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start typing randomly, and all you see in my word is all these random ass letters. I'm like, okay, what's next?
Well, well, you're in the office. I'm face to face all the time with people.
No, the funny thing is you can technically see my screen.
Like, yo, she was fake as fuck. I'm dead. You're like, this girl just putting like XOXO and like for the last like 300 words and shit. You over here like trying to hack into like the fucking computer and shit. You just start slamming on keys and shit. Yeah.
I can start pushing the printer. Damn it, this printer.
Yeah, but like my thing is just I gotta be face to face with people.
Damn.
So I gotta make it seem like, because it's still an adjustment for myself too. But I get it done. Because I mean, if I for sure there's a lot of them that test my buttons. Because my thing is not to do is put the way how hard I work on other people, because not like you said, everybody's just trying. Maybe some people are phoning it in, and somebody's trying to make it a career. I'm trying to make it a career.
I'm trying to make it a career.
So and a lot of people just like, yo, it's just paying the bills, and it was like, well, don't be phoning it in, because in my field of work, you can't phone it in. You gotta come in 100%. Yeah, I mean, or else you're gonna be out there all day. Yeah, I mean, so and then what does that tell you? Just the other guy that wasn't phoning it in, he gave his 100%. Now I gotta pull him after he's tired, exhausted. He put 100% that day, and then he has to go help the guy that just phoned it in. That's not fair. That's what I'm trying to prevent. So I always tell my guys, like, you know what I mean, like, communication is key.
And me, it's like I'm trying to teach people, like, you can do it and you can do it the right way, because I don't want to feel like I have to do it for it to get done right.
Yeah.
Because I already got so much shit on my plate, like I don't want to feel like I have to do it myself.
Yeah. What's the point for you? What's the point of this conversation?
I need to learn how to be a better boss.
Boss. Okay. It makes total sense.
Yeah.
I like it.
Dude.
We didn't talk about shit today. Yeah, we straight phoned it in.
we did it off the cuff like you wanted.
I know. Just how I like it.
See, don't say I never meet you halfway.
Why are you trying to make...
'Cause I know I'm stubborn and all.
I know. Yeah, I mean, you just got... You just gotta do it a little different sometimes.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, I mean, sometimes we're not gonna be very well put together. Yeah, I mean, we should have recorded this tomorrow, but I guess
Why?
no, we should have recorded tomorrow, but
Why?
I feel like we need it. I feel like Wednesday for sure
It's our day.
Yeah, I don't want to say shit because I know you're very excited and stuff like that. It just gives me that extra day, especially today.
I know yesterday you were drained, and then today
No, not
you're
even that. I
drained.
actually have a meeting. I have a meeting at 8:00, and I blew it off to do this podcast.
You're lying.
Yeah. Why do you think? Why do you think my phone's going off right now?
What?
See,
Oh my god.
that's how much I love Oso Fresa
Oh
in
my
this
god. I
podcast.
love you, Hector.
Yeah. See,
Do you like Snickers?
I like what?
Do you like Snickers?
I like Reese's.
Okay, I'll get you like a King Reese's next Wednesday when we record, or Monday meeting.
Our Monday meeting.
Reese's on deck.
Reese's on deck. Yeah. It don't matter. You don't gotta bring me anything. Just bring your presents. I always tell you, just bring yourself.
Yeah, but I'm gonna bring Reese's. Okay.
All right. Shout out to everybody that's been
Shout out to
listening.
our listeners. Thank you for listening to another episode. Go ahead and remember to always follow, like, and share not only the On the 7 _ podcast page, but also the Trigger Recipe page, followed by the Oso Fresa _ rant box _ page. Make sure to give us that like, that follow. Also on the iTunes, go ahead and give us comments, get us those stars, get us more listeners. Apart from that, never be shy to go ahead and hit up the inbox, the DMs, and let us know what's going on with your life, topics that you're interested in about, or even things that you really want to feel and talk to somebody about. You don't have to tell us anything that you want us to discuss. If you just really want somebody to talk to, both me and Hector go ahead and we get the DMs from the On the 7 podcast page. So yeah, women, y'all need to stop sending the nudes, okay? Because
We got nudes?
nah.
I was gonna say, yo, I'm at a.
Hector was like, I'm gonna check it right now. No, but go ahead and just hit up the DMs. Me and Hector can definitely hit you guys back up with some advice, or even just say, how was your day? We always wish you guys the best. Anything else you want to add, my friend?
Nah, just go on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating, leave a comment. It helps the podcast.
We
That's
love you
it.
guys. Thank you for being consistent. Good night.
All right, bye. All right, guys, it's 11:03. Osofre has been gone for a couple hours. I just want to jump on and say thanks for everybody listening. Please listen to Trigger Recipe Podcast. Link is in the bio for all our episodes. On the 7th podcast as well. Link is in the bio for all the episodes. Please sponsor us if you guys want to. Yeah, I mean, join the team. We could help you guys out. Maybe help. I mean, you help us out. And vice versa, whatever. And please go on iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. It does help. And last thing, give also for us some good vibes. She's a good person. She's good vibes. And yeah, and shout out to everybody. And this is the Trigger Recipe / On the 7th. All right, late.